Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Wellness Wednesday to be exact. It's your nutrition coach, Jocelyn here, and I am here to bring you the tea on how to eat for your body type. So if you didn't know, this is Habit Therapy. We host it every week. It's a chill place to heal, especially for the woman that does it all. And we really want to bring you topics, information, experiences, guidance, expertise on things that you could use in real time to help you upgrade your habits. And so with Fit and New being a wellness company, of course, all the things that we talk about here are going to be centered around your wellness. That could be your physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, financial, all the different ways that wellness affects you. All right, so today we're going to keep it brief. Usually we have a presentation. Technology was giving me some issues, which is understandable because Mercury is retrograding right now. So I still want to make sure you guys get the information that you can use. You won't be able to see the screen that I'm looking at, but I'm going to give you the tips and just tune into the information that really speaks to you. And then if you can, take notes because you'll want to reference these things later. If you have any questions, I do want to encourage you to put it in the chat down below. Whether you're watching this live or recorded, we'll be happy to answer your questions for you, okay? All right, so let's get started. So the topic of the evening is how to eat for your body type or nutrition for your body type. So there are scientifically 3 different body types. We are predisposed to our body type, meaning it's basically a genetic disposition. I'm going to go over what those body types are. So scientifically, you fit-ish in one category, but some of the body types can overlap. You can be a blend of the two. And the best way to identify which body type you are, as you hear me go through the descriptions, is kind of reference how you were in your early days. Like high school is a good time to reference what your body type was doing because that was a phase of our life, especially as women, where it was like right at puberty. So not too many hormonal changes were happening, but we were at an age where we were looking and feeling more like an adult. All right, so let's go over these 3 body types. So the first type you need to know about is the I type. The I type. So that's the nickname for the scientific term, which is called ectomorph. Now, let me describe her to you, okay? So she is typically thin or smaller frame or lean. Her muscle mass is lean and fat mass is lean. And so the I type, she has a challenge with gaining weight, whether that's gaining muscle or fat, because naturally she just stays really lean regardless of what she's eating. But if you fall into this I-type category, that is just saying that you have a fast metabolism. So metabolically, you're able to burn calories at an increased rate more than the other types that we're going to go through. But if you're someone that is looking to put on weight, then you're going to want to know how to eat for your body type. All right. So I'm going to tell you that in a second. Let me go through the other body types. So I type is ectomorph. Are you her? Okay. If so, just write that down that you might be an ectomorph. The other type we have is the V type. The V type is the nickname for mesomorph. So the mesomorph is more athletically built. She is, strong naturally. Okay, she doesn't really have to do a lot of extra output of energy to build muscle. You know, she could be doing the basics and her body is just, it easily gains muscle or it's naturally defined. She also has broader shoulders as far as a frame. If you're thinking about if you are a mesomorph or not, that athletic build in terms of a woman will usually relate back to broader shoulders. Usually broader shoulders than hips, okay? So metabolically, the mesomorph or the V-type, her metabolism is even. So it's not fast and it's not slow. She just has an even metabolism. And if you identify with being the V-type, I'm going to tell you how to eat for her if you want to transform your body. So remember, you're considering your body in the days of high school, because we're predisposed to these types. So you might not necessarily look athletically built or lean, but if you did naturally look that way when you were younger, more than likely you're a mesomorph. And so if you want to trim fat, then you need to eat for your body type. And I'll show you how to do that. Or if you want to gain weight or gain muscle, you could do the same as well. All right, so let's talk about the endo. The endomorph, so this is a body type that I identify most with. Her nickname is the O type, and she's curvy. She is round in her hips, legs, typically on the shorter or the stockier side. She gains fat very easily. And this is because the metabolism of the O type is slower. So the O type scientifically has the slowest metabolic rate than the V type or the I type. And nothing's wrong with that. It's okay. But just having an understanding of that is going to give you, it's going to give you, it's going to give you ways on how you eat so that you could transform your body. Because if you qualify as an O and you want to slim down, then you want to eat in a certain way, same as if you want to gain muscle. All right, so let's go back to the ectomorph. So specifically when I'm talking about metabolism, I'm talking about carbohydrates. So when we're eating carbs are going to be, we have simple carbs and complex carbs. So when we talk complex carbs, think more of the processed things. So these are going to be, one second. Okay, I have tiny visitors in here. What were we talking about? Carbs. So I want you to think starchy carbs like grains, cereals. Also think processed carbs like breads, pastas, baked goods, and even healthy carbs. I don't know, Kiki. Like potatoes. Okay, so we're taking our metabolic rate back to the carbohydrates. So right now we're on the I type, the ectomorph. She's slim. Her goal is typically she wants to put weight on her frame, whether that's fat or muscle. So the first thing we got to tune into is the carb timing for the ectomorph. Her metabolism is super fast. So that means she has a high carb tolerance. So if you are an ectomorph and you want to gain weight, whether it's fat or muscle, then you want to increase your carbohydrate intake. You could do that by eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, eating more healthy starches like potatoes or squash. In order to stay well, you want to make sure that you're eating nutrient-dense foods. So even though processed carbs will help you gain weight, I don't recommend it because it's going to be high in fats, oils, and other inflammatory elements. And we don't want to sacrifice our health for our body type or just transforming our body. So carb-wise, you could just eat more fruit, vegetables, and healthy starches if you're an ectomorph and you want to gain muscle or fat. All right. What that looks like in reality, if you were to build your plate, you're using your cupped handful. So your hand is made for you. So you can stand 2 cupped handfuls of grains or any type of carbs on a plate every time.